So here they are talking about the experiment done by Tathagatayan Wahanse before he became enlightened. So that is before he comprehended the Dhamma, because he did comprehend the Dhamma by himself. He didn't listen to anyone. He had to do meditation and find out himself, right? So this is the experiment he did. So he is explaining the experiment in the Sambodha Sutra in Sangyukta Nikaya, page 15 in the Tripitaka. What he is saying is, he went and looked for asada. He is saying he was looking for what is asada of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. So he was looking for asada. What is asada? He wanted to know what asada is. Then he is saying, then I understood asada properly. Then I understood. Then he says, I comprehended asada. Right? This is a very important thing. And then secondly, he says, then I wanted to know what is Adinava. I wanted to know what is Adinava of the eye. I wanted to know what is the Adinava of the ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. Then he says, I found out. I understood. I saw it. And then I comprehended the Adinava of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. Then the third one, he says, I wanted to know what is the Nissarana of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. So then I got to know about the Nissarana of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, and then I comprehended this. So this is what we need to understand, how he did it, right? Then he goes on saying in the Sangyukta Nikaya 4 Noche Asada Sutra, page 19, he's saying, he's talking about asada now. He's talking about, yes, asada. He's saying, if there was no asada, these creatures will not be attached to this samsara. So this asada is what keeps them in the samsara, or the journey of life. So that is where the problem is. Even in the when they talk about the Four Noble Truths, they say Yalloke priyarupang satarupang ettesa tanna uppajyamana uppajyati. So that means if there is something nice, priyarupang satarupang, if something good and nice, that is where people or the creatures get attached to. If there was nothing nice and good, they won't get attached to it, right? So that is the same thing is saying, if there was no asada, so this asada is the problem. If there was no asada at all, then no one will go this long. They would have stopped the journey of samsara, the journey of life. And then he keeps going on to the second one. If there was no adinava, now it's the adinava, or the problems, or the issues, or in other words, anicca dukkha anatta. That is what adinava is, right? They will not detach from them. So people, there is something called adinava. There is a problem in the asada. There are issues with the asada. Asada looks nice and good, but there are issues with the asada. Because there are issues is why they detach from it. Then he keeps going, saying, if there was no nissarana, then they wouldn't stop the journey of samsara, or the journey of life. So there is a nissarana as well, and that is why people stop this, or they become Arihatun Wahanse and then stop the samsara, the journey of life. So that is something that you need to know. So this is something that you need to understand. There is a asada, and this is what is keeping. This is the trap. And then you need to see the adinava. There is a problem. There are problems with this. You need to see that. You need to see inside out of this, and then these the Nissarana. That is the only way out of this, is the Nissarana. And then in moving on, the next point is about who is a monk. When we say a monk, it's a real monk. There are two types of monks: a traditional monk who wears a robe, blah blah blah, who shaves the head, and there is in the Samana Sutra, Anguttara Nikaya 3, in the Samana Sutra it says, if one doesn't comprehend asada adinava nissarana, he is not a real shramana or samana, so it's the same thing, samana. So that is something that you need to know. And moving on to, they say Sangha. It is the same with Sangha. We call normal Sangha, we call monks as Sangha.